Tennessee Waltz, a very special song played on a very special guitar. That was one of the first songs I learned on guitar, and the reason why it's so special is the way I learned them. The way I used to learn songs is when I was a kid, my dad would walk into my room, hum a few bars of a song, and I'd pick out note for note, a little at a time. He'd sing a little bit, I'd play a little bit. Sing a little bit, I'd play, until I actually learned the entire song. And Tennessee Waltz was one of the first real songs that I learned because of my dad singing it to me, note by note. My dad passed away April 15th, 2017. That was just this year. That was a very special song because of my dad. This is a very special guitar built in honor of my dad. It was crafted here in Albuquerque, New Mexico by the Pimentel family. Rick, Robert, Little Robert, and Victor all had a hand in designing this beautiful dreadnought guitar. This guitar has a lot of special meaning. If you notice up here on the headstock, not only is it a Pimentel guitar, but it has the United States Air Force logo. That's handmade, hand-cut by Rick Pimentel. There are no CNC machines at the Pimentel shop here in Albuquerque. It's special because of the way it was handcrafted, but extra special because it represents my dad's service. He was in the Air Force during the Korean War. He was stationed in Landsberg, Germany. His job was intercepting Russian code. So in honor of my dad, and actually he was in the service doing the same thing with Johnny Cash. They were stationed in Landsberg together. So this is in honor of my dad's service in Landsberg, Germany during the Korean War. Here on the neck is my dad's signature. That was very difficult to find because my dad, whenever he'd write something down, it was always in, it was never in cursive, it was always printed. He always printed everything he wrote. This signature is extra special because my mother found it. She found it on a canceled check that my father had written to his mom, my grandma, Escolastica Perea, on a check for her birthday. So you know he wrote that with love. That's his signature, my dad's signature, for his mother, my grandmother, Escolastica Perea. So that's my dad's signature. On the back, not only is this beautiful wood, but is my dad's cattle brand, P6/ here on the back. When my dad was discharged from the Air Force, he moved to Estancia, New Mexico, and he did several things. He owned a bar, he owned a gas station, volunteer fireman, town council. He is very involved in the community, but he also loved his animals. He raised cattle, the most beautiful white Charolais cattle you could imagine. He also had a few sheep every now and then, a couple of horses, always had chickens, but he loved his animals. And those cattle were prized cattle. So this is the brand that he would use to brand his cattle, P6/. On the back is a stylized cross designed by Rick Pimentel in turquoise in honor of my dad, who again passed away this year. My dad was very religious, very religious. And inside the guitar, it's signed by all the grandchildren and their spouses, the children, that's me and my two sisters, and my mom, Celeste Perea, who was married to my dad for over 60 years. That's incredible. This guitar is an absolute family heirloom. It'll be cherished forever. It has so much meaning, so well crafted. It's a beautiful sounding guitar. It looks beautiful. And again, I'd like to thank Rick Pimentel, Robert, Little Robert, and Victor for all the time they spent designing and building this beautiful guitar. I only wish my dad were here to see it. But I know someday I will get to see my dad again. And when I do, we're definitely going to talk about this guitar.